Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about that things with you, how can add one of the page, so that is our contact profile page is now successfully loaded, right? So here right now, I don't have any data in our database. So now I want to add one of the another create page for adding our contact address, email address and the phone number. So if you want to do that work here, what exactly you have to do? You have to create one of the route and here you have to load one of the page, right? So now let's do that work. So the concept will be just like that same friend. I hope you already know what exactly the things we have to do. So into the about, that means in our index page, here you can see there is our add contact. So now I want to create one of the URL as a add contact. So that will be as a add contact. So now we have to create this URL in our web route. Go to our web route and that is our admin contact page route. Better I copy it here, I paste it. That will be as a admin add contact. Okay, I name it as a admin add contact. And now here I want to do that will be as a add contact. I copy it. So that will be our contact page. So that will be our name. Our name will be as a add contact, right? So now in our contact controller, I want to create one of the page method as a admin add contact. So that is the method I want to create in our contact controller area. And here only we have to load one of the page, right? Because when any user click on particular disposition, it will be load one of the contact form page. So here we have to create this method in our contact controller. Go to our contact controller here I name it as a public and then function and then our method name, that is our method. Perfect. So now here I only want to return one of the view page. So that will be as a view, V-I-E-W. So into the view page here I have already created one of the create page, right? So I have already created one of the create page in our admin, into the admin, that is our contact and that is our create page. So now I want to add it, that is our admin and the contact and then our create, so that is our create page. So now I want to simply load this page. Okay friends, so here we don't need to do anything. That means when you click as this button, that means when you click as this button, it should be redirect to our this route. It should be go to our route area, into the route. So that is actually our route. And also I have created one of the method into the controller, contact controllers, into the contact controller. When it should be comes, then it should be return view one of the page. So there is a page will be loaded, right? So that means this page will be loaded. So into this page, it should be just like our home. Into the home about section, I have already created one of the create page, right? So better I copy everything. Okay, right now I copy everything. Sorry. Right now I copy everything. And now I want to add it in our create page. Perfect. So here we will customize it. So that will be the create contact. Okay, that will be the create contact. And then here also we have to store this data. That is our field, that is our contact title, or not the title, it will be as the address. So that will be as the address. So the address field will be actually the text area, right? So better I want to do that will be as a contact address. I make it as a contact address, this one. And then there is our another one will be needed for the phone. Better I copy it and here I paste it. So that will be as a contact email. Okay, that will be as a contact email, that will be as a contact phone, and that will be as a contact address. Perfect. So right now we don't need this. I remove it. Okay. So that is actually the three field will be needed. Because in our database you can see they have the three field. So there is a three field as the address, email, and the phone. So now I want to update it all that field. Okay. So here that is our first one. So that is our contact email. So I make it as a type will be as an email type. Okay, type will be as an email type, and our field name I make it as per our database field name or database field name as an email. So I want to make it as an email. Okay friend. And then that is our contact phone. For the phone I make it as a phone. Okay, that means that is actually our database field name as a phone. So better I want to add it as a phone. That will be as a phone. And also that is our text area, that is our name. So I name it as a address. Better. So I copy it. It will be as a address. Right friend? I hope you understand that part, what exactly the things I did on here. So that will be as also there is a placeholder I want to visible as a contact phone. Okay, that will be as a contact phone, and that will be as a contact email. That is actually the placeholder, right? So perfect. So that's all we have to do. Now let's check this out. Okay, so now let's check this out. There is a our 3 of this field, and also we have to create one of the route for this one. That will be the post method. There is a CSRF token. There is a one field. There is a phone field, and there is our address field. Perfect. Now click as a save all, and now if you go outside, click as a refresh. Now click as a add contact. Yes, you can see it's now successfully redirected to our this page, and also it's now loaded on here. There is our contact email, there is a contact phone, and there is a contact address. So into the database area, I want to now insert this all the data, right? So here I want to insert all the data. So if you want to insert it, what exactly you have to do? So here you can see into the here that is our create. There is also one of the form. So here we have to create one of the route for this one. I name it as a store contact. Okay, I name it as store contact. So that will be our route. That means our route we have to create. So now go to our web route. Into the web route, I copy it, and that will be as a post, right? Don't forget it. That will be as a post method, right? Because of all from here, I want to pass insert this data. That is our post. So now our route name as a store contact, I copy it, and then it will be as a store contact. So that will be as a store contact. It will be as a post method, and I just name it as a store. Okay, admin store contact. And now in our contact controller, I want to create one of the method as a admin store contact. Perfect. So now I want to create this method in our contact controller, and that is our post route. Now go to our contact controller here. Here I want to create it. Okay, I want to create it. So that will be as a public, and then function. Sorry, that will be as a function. So that will be function, and then our method name as a admin store contact. So here I have to add it. So friend, as I told you before, when you work with our post method, here we have to add two things. We have to add that request, right? And then the $request. So that will be as a $request. So make that sure you add this part. And after that, this section will be just like that same as per our home, right? If you go to our controller, about controller, with the about controller, I have already did the same things. You can see that is actually the same concept. And also here you can see that is actually insert. So right now I copy everything from here. I don't add any validations. If you want to add some of the validation, I hope you already know about it. I copy it, and now go to our contact controller. Here I paste it. So friend, here also we have to add our model. That means I have also created one of the models. So that is our contact model. So into the contact model, I want to insert all that field data. So this portion is our database data, and there is also one of the carbon. So also I have to add it. Better, I want to copy it. So here I want to add this our carbon. Okay, that is illuminate, support, and the carbon. So make that sure you add it, and then all that field. That means our database field name, as a address. Okay, so here better I want to add this first address. And then the email, make it as email, and then the phone. Okay, so then actually phone. That means the email, phone, and the address. And that is our requested data. That requested data means if you go to our create, in the create, you can say I also name it as email. So first of all, that is actually the email. That means with this request data, I pass it, and after that, and that is the phone. I want to pass it the phone, and after that is our address. You can see that is actually our address. So now I want to pass that requested data, and then our created ad by default, as I told you, when you actually create one of the table, by default this field is created as a created ad. So created ad will be our carbon now, and also here I load our carbon, right? Perfect. So that's all. And after that, when it should be successfully inserted, then it should be returned redirect to our which route. So I have already created one of the index route for the contact. So that is our index route, right? So that is our admin contact. So now I copy it, and when it should be successfully inserted, it should be return redirect to our this admin contact page with some of the success message as a contact inserted successful. And also here, if you go into the admin contact, there is our method as a admin contact, right? So if you go to our admin contact, so here I have loaded one of the page. You can see I have already loaded one of the page as a index page. So to the index page, make that sure you add that message. You can see there is after our message option. That means our message should be visible, right? So here I pass that same ID as a success. So friend, that's all we have to do. Okay, so now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, so now I want to add some of the name. I name it as USA or the New York. Okay, I name it as a USA New York, and contact phone number. I put some of the demo phone number, and then so that's actually email. So here I pass the addresses. That will be as the address. That will be as the email. I name it as a support@easylearning.com. Okay, and that will be as a contact phone number, and that is our contact address. So that's all we have to do. So now we have to click as a submit. So if everything okay, it should be redirected to our contact index page. Now click as a submit. Yes, you can see friend, it's now successfully inserted that data as a contact, inserted successful, and that is our contact address is visible, email address is visible, contact phone is visible. So here I have already get this data, right? You can see I have already get this data from our contact table, and we pass that data in our index page. So I have already done this process. That means into the index page, I have already display all the our details. That means from here, I pass it as a contact with this compact in our index page. So into the index page, I have loaded one of the for each. You can see into the for each, I loaded with this contact. That is our con. So with this con, I show that address, I show that email address, and also I display that phone number, right? And that is our edit and the delete pattern. So here friend, you can see we can successfully insert this data. So from here you can add this data. So right now edit and the delete. So that will be just like our home. Okay. If you go to a home, you can see there is our edit and the delete portion. So friend, that is your task. Okay. So now let's try to do that work. So make it as a edit portion, make it complete as edit portion for this one, and also complete the delete portion. Okay, I hope at that position you should know about it, how to delete, how can edit it, and how can delete it, right? So that is your task to make that sure you add it. So do some practice for this, and if you have any issues, just let me know about it. I will be in your touch, so don't worry about it. Okay. So now friend, we successfully insert that data. So right now I want to visible this data in our template, and here I want to load one of the contact template. And with the contact template, so that will be just like it. Okay. And here I want to load that dynamically. I want to update it, that location, email address, and the call. So how can load this contact template, that is the contact HTML template, in our contact page area? In our next video, I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.